It is October 12th, 2023. It is a Thursday. Thursday means it's hash it out time on Blind Dave's channel at 4 p.m. Central Time. Link below. Check us out later today while we hash who knows what out today. In crypto, mostly related. There are other things that bleed into the conversation. No shortage of news events. However, it seems like they're all focused on one thing. Don't see anything, I don't hear any more talk about Ukraine. I don't hear any talk about the border. The border was a big problem last week, and this week, it's all about Israel, all about the Middle East, all about who's taking sides without being in the war yet. That's the lead story on every news, and they've got reporters on the ground. But you never noticed in Ukraine, they really didn't have a lot of reporters on the ground? Live from Ukraine. Now, in Israel, they've got them all over the place. Getting ready for the ground attack, rolling into the Gaza Strip, going to kill every one of these Hamas members. Every one of them, they're going to be dead. And there might be a few people that get in the way. It is what it is. Casualties of war. Part of doing business. That's how things are. Well, once again, not taking sides, because I don't want to be involved in it. I don't want the United States to be involved in it. And maybe it's a blessing that there's no Speaker of the House, and it looks like Steve Scalise from Louisiana probably won't have the votes on the Republican side to be nominated as Speaker, so they're going to hold off until they think they can get him in. But in the meantime, we need Congress in session. We need a Speaker of the House so we can foster legislation. We need to be able to, we've got crises around the world. We've got an Israeli situation, an Israel situation in the Middle East to where we can't act. We need a speaker. I'm thinking, well, you know what? Let's not vote for a speaker. Let's just leave it. All bills, funding bills, originate out of the House of Representatives. Well, what happens if they don't have a speaker and they can't really move this stuff forward? Is that such a bad thing at this point? I don't know. When you've got a corrupt government that really is not, it's not following the rules, the playbook, the Constitution that was written for them. It's the only reason they have power. People gave it to them to basically enforce the rights, make sure the rights of the people are protected. And when they fail to do that, why should we fund them? Let's just leave it the way it is. No Speaker of the House. I'm to the point where I don't care. You guys do more damage when you're in session than you help. So leave it. Don't vote for a speaker. Gridlock it. Shut it down. No more money. Sorry. It is what it is. Maybe you'll start doing things a little bit differently then. Maybe we should go back to tariffs, and maybe we should go back to import taxes, that kind of thing, rather than taxing the citizenry into poverty. But, vampires are going to vampire. That's what they do. So we'll see how long this charade lasts. Should get interesting with boots on the ground, sending in troops, rolling in tanks. That's never a pretty thing. I'm sure that will escalate the war at some level. There will be other forces that roll in, and that person, that nation sponsored that terrorist event. We got a ship blown up. That's the other thing. Immediately, boom, you got ships, you got battleships, aircraft carriers showing up in support of Israel. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. We got a wide open border. We can't even get forces down there. Can't get anything done. Speaking of which, I got to dig a hole today. Neighbor needs a hole. See if that gets done. Won't get done tomorrow. It's going to rain. And so it's today. I might have a window of opportunity. If I don't, then it's not getting done. It is what it is. Shut this off. So yeah, I'm not a real not a fan of foreign engagement, foreign entanglements, supporting other countries. What do I got here? Supporting other countries' wars, and it's none of our business. I mean, that's not the kind of nation we should be. We should not be fighting foreign wars. I mean, why are we doing this? What is the reason for doing this? Doesn't make any sense. How does it, America first? Why don't we do that for a change? Because if we have a strong nation, if we are that shining city on the hill, if we are the model of principles and of human rights, then we can be the leader of the world, and everyone will try to model after us, right? Let's be that shining city on the hill. Be that beacon of light to the world. We haven't been that, though. If we are, you can be the role model. You can be the mentor. You can be that example of what to strive to be. But instead, no, we're going to enforce democracy on you. And I think people are seeing through it. I really do. I'm really surprised because Israel's a hot button issue. That's one of those things to where, there's so many religious connotations that go along with it that a lot of people in the United States, sorry, I'm a little, allergies kind of bothering me today. Left the window open last night, so I probably got some good stuff flying in since you're still harvesting the corn and the beans. The GMO corn and the GMO beans, breathing that stuff in, that's good. I'm probably, my DNA is probably being manipulated because, you notice that they're putting mRNA vaccines in the food. If you don't want to take the prick in the arm, guess what? You got to eat. So we're just going to put it in the food. We're going to try and alter your DNA through the food supply. So, yeah, they're going to hit you with every angle. And that's why I'm like, you know what? Just stop the spending. Don't give them any more money. Starve these vampires. And yeah, it's going to be some suffering, but I mean, look what they're doing to us. It's a slow kill. They just want to bleed every ounce of energy out of us, keep us living as long as possible, to milk everything out of us, to bleed everything out of us. And, the medical industrial complex, that's all they want to do. They don't fix anything. Fix nothing with medications. All they do is mask it. It's band-aiding it. And then it causes another problem, once you have that. There's always these side effects, and it's just, here's a good example. I won't even mention who, what, where I learned about it, but firsthand knowledge. Someone had high blood sugar and took the blood sugar in front of someone else I know, and it was like almost 400. This is not Blind Dave. I mean, if you watched Hash It Out last week, I'm not talking about Blind Dave. No, it's an older lady, and she says, "Oh, but I really wanted that McDonald's. What was it? The coffee, the sweetened coffees, the Frappuccino or whatever it is." And so she had one of those. That's why her blood sugar was so high. And it's like, well, there's usually cause and effect to everything. And it's like, man, I have heartburn all the time. Well, what do you eat? Well, yeah, I eat a lot of things that probably shouldn't. It's not good for my gut. Okay. Well, there are ways that you can try and alleviate that. You can drink some raw apple cider vinegar every day. A lot of people say that peppers are good for that too. Eat some peppers, believe it or not. But you can get your gut working better so that you don't have the heartburn. I mean, I've had heartburn in the past. I really have. I mean, to where, you eat a big pasta meal and it's because it's not digesting well. You got to break all that starch down and you get heartburn. The acid, you feel it. And it's just that, every day I take a big shot of apple cider vinegar. And I haven't had heartburn since I've been doing that. And I didn't have it all the time. It was just when I had it, I'm like, ooh, so it wasn't something regular. But instead, now you have pills that shut down the ability to produce whatever acid it is. And it's like, okay, is your digestion working then? Because you're shutting something off that's occurring. And then what does that fold into? And now you got to take another pill for it. I mean, that's what they want to do. They just want to get rich off you. They just want to use your energy. And that's all it is. They want to completely bleed you of everything that you have. And then when there's nothing left, you end up with that maid service that they have up in Canada to where it's like, well, hey, you can always just do a humane, suicide, basically. Well, you can go to sleep. Assisted suicide, just come in and get into the bed and you just relax and play whatever music you want and just check out. And I mean, that's their answer. So years back, it was like, oh, they got free health care in Canada. And now it's like you listen to people, well, you can't get an appointment for 6 months. Oh, that surgery I got to schedule for, a year out or more. And it's like, okay, in the meantime, well, we do have this other service that we can offer. If you're tired of waiting for the surgery, you can just peacefully check out and get out of line. Get into this little pod and kills you. Put you out. So, I mean, that's essentially the way they look at life. They look at it as, hey, we're going to milk everything out of you. And then, hey, you've got an opportunity to where, you can check out. We'll gladly help you exit. Jump out of line. But these are the kind of vampires that rule over us because we allow it, because we let it happen. And to sit here and say that, oh, I want a Speaker of the House. Oh, we need a Speaker of the House for things to continue. The gridlock, we need to make it work. And, we can't do anything. We can't issue a proclamation against the Hamas. And we can't issue a proclamation outside of the House that says we stand with Israel. And it's just, why do we care about that stuff? I mean, honestly. When we really look at it, is it our problem? Yeah, we created it, and I've talked about it before, fund both sides of the war. But should it be our problem? Should we be involved in that? No, we shouldn't. And any leader, I should say, any selected official that is, in the king's court, in D.C., any of those people who are for that, I'm not for them. I'm just not. I'm not. I mean, all these neoconservative war hawks and the Democrats are the same way. I mean, just completely can't wait to get into a war. And they can all just go to hell. I mean, I'm just done with them. Done with them. Got no use for them. They don't serve the people. They serve special interest. And, cut the money off. Do it, because that's the only thing that's going to fix this. Cut the money off. And if you're saving your money in that system, if you are leaving it in that system and not doing something about it, then you're contributing to the vampire casino. It's just as simple as that. I mean, why are you leaving money in the bank? Why are you leaving money in that system and thinking, well, I'll put it in a treasury and get 5%? Why are you even bothering? Put it into something else. Get it outside the system. I mean, at some point, they're going to take it all from you. They're going to bleed it all out of you. Be some crisis event. Oh, something happened. Oh, Russia and Iran, they hacked our banking system, and it's all over. Oh, you lost your pension. Yeah, you lost your pension. Yeah, you lost all the money in the bank. But we can solve that problem because we got this new central bank digital currency. Boom, it mops up all the messes and all the excesses. And, you can easily spend it anywhere you go. It's legal tender. Everybody has to accept it. Then you're trapped in the vampire matrix casino, and there's no way out of that at that point because they can see everything you do. They can shut off the money. They can limit how much you can spend. They can expire the money. They can do anything they want with it at that point because you don't have any access to it other than what they give you. And that's it. And you're kind of there anyway. If you've got a pension, you're kind of locked in. There still is a window of opportunity where you can kind of shoot out of that and jump out that window, grab everything you have. Yeah, you're going to take a haircut, take a penalty on the stuff, but I would rather have it than trust a vampire to hold it for me. That usually doesn't work out well. So, that's where we're at. A lot of rambling, a lot of things. Thursday, hash it out. Let's hash it out. I think Josiah is going to be on this week, Josiah Spackman, from DigiByte fame, on Hash It Out today at 4 p.m. Central Time on Blind Dave's channel. It's just a timing thing. I think he's in New Zealand, so it's like really, hours are really wacky as far as, here and there. So we'll see. Hopefully it is today. And we'll learn a little bit about DigiByte. That's one way out of the vampire casino. DigiByte, Litecoin. Tomorrow, Litecoin. It's going to be running for 12 years straight. It's the anniversary. I think it might have been tonight, the 12th into the 13th, whatever, October 13th. Friday the 13th, Litecoin. 12 years, nonstop. Never failed. Always 100% uptime, running. Unbelievable. sound money for the digital age. I remember talking about it when it was running for 7 years. I'm like, yeah, that's a big deal. Then it hits 10. It's like, wow, now it's 12. Just keeps on running, baby. And there's less and less available every day that goes by. What's in your wallet? Litecoin. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Litecoin. I'm a big user of Litecoin. I mean, it's sound money. I use it. You know, and that's why I like it more than anything, is because it always works and I don't have a problem with it. I'm not worried about it. I don't just sit around and wait for it. It's always quick. It's always, you know, it's always just gets there. It's done. Plus, now it's got Mimblewimble, which is a privacy feature to where it's like sending digital cash in an envelope that nobody really knows what's in. You know, it's one of those things. Kind of a cool feature to have. You know, you don't have that in other blockchains. There are some privacy coins out there, but they're exclusively privacy coins. Litecoin's opt-in. You know, it can be just regular money on the blockchain, audit it, look at it, you know, very transparent. Or there are times when you want privacy because you don't want people watching and seeing how much you're spending, how much came out of that wallet, how much is in that wallet. And that's where Mimblewimble comes in. And so that's an important advancement in Litecoin. It really has been running since, a year and a half now. Can't wait until it gets on mobile wallets. Oh, man, that's going to be a game changer. All right. Hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Hope to see you on Hash It Out today. And tomorrow is, of course, Friday, and I'll be on the lovely Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel for happy hour at 4 p.m. Central Time. Having some whiskey, bourbon, cigars. We'll see. It's going to be rainy tomorrow. This might be the last decent day to where I can get anything done outside that I'm obligated to do. All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful Thursday. And always trust yourselves. Don't trust vampires. There's no better time than now to exit the vampire casino. It's where at least you know you're out of it and you're not at the mercy of whatever these clowns do, vampire clowns. Just get out while you can. Exit as much as you possibly can. And I get it. You know, it's hard to, you know, you get pensions locked up, you get this locked up, but it's like some people will go all in and say, or all out and say, that's it, I'm done. I don't care. I'll take the haircut. I'll take everything I can get out. And I'm, you know, I'll do better with that money than they will. At least I'll have it, because it can be evaporated overnight, especially when you get into war. They do all these crazy things when you get into war because they think they're justified to keep people safe and secure in the name of the motherland. It's all bull. 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 Bullshit. All right. Have a wonderful Thursday. Trust yourselves.